Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is the Top Delinquent, Chapter 8, and this one is titled Lies, All Lies. You turned quickly and walked to class, slightly flustered at being pinned up against the locker by Iida. Frickin' hell, I had no idea he was that strong. You thought as you entered the classroom and stalked over to your desk. Hey, DF asked. You good? You hummed as you sat down hurriedly and looked across to her. What? Oh, yeah, fine. She raised an eyebrow at you. Nah, whatever, I'm sweet, you said as you shook your head and furrowed your brows, waving her off with your hand. What? She asked with a laugh. You were about to reply to her when you looked past her and saw Iida walk in. His eyes met yours, and you quickly shut up and looked away. DF scrunched her nose in confusion and looked over her shoulder, spotting Iida, who was looking at you as he made his way to his seat. Oh, DF said slyly. I see what's going on here. You whipped back to face her. Whatever you think you're thinking, you're wrong, you said bluntly as you looked away again. I'm seeing DH this afternoon anyway. No way, DF gasped. Did you call him after we spoke yesterday? No, you snapped. He texted me just randomly out of nowhere, said he wanted to meet up. And you dumped his sorry ass, right? DF deadpanned. Well, You paused when you realised Iida was listening in on the conversation. Let's talk about this later, huh? You said quickly as you looked away again, your gaze glossing Iida as you turned your head away. Okay, DF replied suspiciously as she saw you glance at Iida. Okay, so what the hell? DF asked you as you both walked down to the school roof terrace at lunch. I haven't broken up with DH, you stated firmly. Why the hell not? She asked with exasperation. Yin, what the hell, just dump his sorry ass. I'm gonna, he replied hastily. I'm gonna do it when I'm ready, okay? Hell, man, she whispered. I don't know what you see in him. Hey, you snapped defensively. Cut me some slack, yeah? We've been dating on and off for like 3 years now. I do actually have some feelings for him. Okay, but you can do so much better, and Iida would be keen to date you next, she leered. You scowled with embarrassment. It's not like that, you snapped. He can karate chop himself in the dick for all I care. Then why were y'all making eyes at each other when he came in this morning? She pressed, crossing her arms across her chest and raising an eyebrow in challenge. We were not, you snapped. I tried to stop him in the hallway before class and kind of just appeared in front of him, and he didn't stop in time, so he grabbed me, and next thing I knew I was pinned up against the lockers, he said, averting your eyes. Oh, okay, I see him, she leered cheekily. No, it wasn't like that, it was an accident, you said with a scowl. Look, and now you're defending him, she teased. Shut up, you shouted with embarrassment. It's not like that. He doesn't like me, I don't like him, end of story. DF started laughing. You're so riled up about this, she chuckled. What's happened to you? Old you would have been like, yeah, we're totally doing it, and that would have been it. You sucked your lips between your teeth and bit down as you looked away. Whatever, you grumbled. DH is picking me up this afternoon anyway, so I won't be walking home with your sorry ass, yeah? Yeah, she replied flippantly. Maybe I'll walk home with Iida instead, she added as she shot you a devilish smirk. You rolled your eyes. Yeah, go walk home with 8-bit Mega Man, you replied with a dismissive hand wave. After the final class, you checked your phone. You had a missed call and a message from DH. Hey, sexy. Gonna be running late. Just stay at school, I'll pick you up, he said. Okay, you replied and shoved your phone back in your pocket. Yo, good luck with DH this afternoon, DF said as she left for the day. Yeah, thanks, he replied, watching as she walked to the school gates and headed off home. You sighed and got your stuff, walking over to the school fence and waiting for your boyfriend to arrive. Slowly the school emptied and finally you were the last one there, sitting alone by the fence. You kept checking your phone to see the time, and it was now 30 minutes past when DH was supposed to have turned up. Needless to say, you were pissed. You scowled. Hell, maybe I'll just go home. Miss Lynn, a voice asked from over the fence. Iida? What the hell? You gasped in shock as his voice seemed to have come from nowhere. What the hell are you doing? You asked as you spun your head back and looked up at him. Language, Miss Lynn, he said sternly as he looked down at you. Would you mind giving me a hand? I'm trying to get the tiller started so I can carve some rows in the school garden in preparation for sewing on Monday. What the funky monkey? God, that sounded weird. Are we sewing on Monday? You asked as you stood up and picked up your bag to walk around the fence to help him. Carrots, I believe, Iida said as he directed you to where the tiller was sitting in the middle of the school lawn. So how am I supposed to help? You asked with furrowed brows. I don't know how to do garden stuff. I just require someone to hold the petrol lid open so I can pour the petrol into the tank. The bottle is too heavy to do both, Iida replied. Pussy, you teased with a smirk. Can't even lift the petrol container. Miss Lynn, I assure you I'm very capable of picking up the container, Iida replied knowingly. You scoffed and walked over to the tiller, crouching and lifting the lid to the petrol tank, for Iida to pour the petrol in. He walked over to the petrol case, but before lifting it up, unbuttoned his shirt and slid it off, tying it around his waist, a black tank top underneath. Your jaw nearly hit the tiller, it dropped so fast. Holy, he's shredded like frickin' Parmesan cheese, you screamed internally, your gaze locking onto his biceps as he lifted the petrol container easily and started pouring it into the tank hole. You swallowed thickly and focused down on your hand, where you were holding the lid open, making sure not to let it fall closed. Okay, finished, he said after a few seconds as he stopped the flow and put the container back down. And there ends Chapter 8. Stay tuned for Chapter 9 coming tomorrow.